Welcome to Indiana News Desk. I'm Barbara Harrington in for Joe Wren. A massive trade deal that would impact Indiana's economy is in limbo. President Obama and Congress are battling over the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which has been in the works for nearly a decade. The deal would create a partnership between economic juggernauts like the United States and Japan, as well as emerging countries like Malaysia and Vietnam, whose economies are just developing. And in turn, demand for foreign goods is expected to grow. But some politicians and some Hoosiers are questioning the deal's implications.
This field that we have behind me is a field of corn that was planted just 1 week ago.
David Harden's family has been planting corn in these Danville fields since 1968.
This is actually corn that is raised for human consumption. It's not going to be going into any kind of animal feed.
In addition to corn, he grows soybeans and winter wheat and raises hogs. And a good portion of his product is sent overseas.
The pigs that we raise on the farm, again, some of them are for domestic consumption, but the packing plant that we sell to also sells a lot of pork to Japan.
That's why this small-town farmer is keeping a close eye on what's happening in the big city of Washington, D.C.
Mr. Peters, no.
Earlier this week, the Senate voted against giving President Obama fast-track authority that would make it easier to finalize negotiations on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. The deal would establish trade rules for the 12 countries involved, which encompass about 40% of the world's gross domestic product.
It will be very beneficial, producing a level playing field for everyone, helping to protect intellectual property rights, also protecting investors. And all those elements are very crucial for the United States looking in the future.
Obama wanted Congress to give him the authority to negotiate the specifics of the partnership up until the end, then take an up or down vote without offering any amendments, something the president says has to happen in order for the deal to move forward.
There are, for this specific case, there are 12 countries involved. And there are a lot of vested interest in every country. And so if you open up this negotiation process and made it accessible, there are so many opposing forces that they would try to boycott any further negotiation. And that's the reason why there is some secrecy in that.
But several members of the president's own party raised concerns about the partnership and voted against fast-tracking the process. Senator Joe Donnelly was one of them. In a statement, he said, "When Hoosier workers lose nearly every time our country signs a new trade agreement, as a U.S. Senator, you don't give up your ability to offer amendments to help our state's businesses and workers. You don't give up your seat at the table. You fight for a better deal." That's welcome news to some unions, including United Food and Commercial Workers Local 75, which represents workers in several Midwest states, including in Indiana. They say the partnership doesn't provide environmental or employment protections and therefore could cost the U.S. jobs.
I think all throughout the Midwest, we've seen what's happened to our economy when good manufacturing jobs go away. I mean, it can really pull the floor out from underneath entire communities, and that's something that we don't want to see more of.
But Indiana Farm Bureau policy advisor Kyle Klein says the partnership would benefit Hoosier farmers by making it cheaper for them to sell their products overseas.
We're able to be in those markets with relatively high tariffs, so TPP gives us an opportunity to reduce those tariffs, and which will result in additional sales for our farm products here in Indiana, and we'll feel the economic benefits here close to home.
Back on his farm in Danville, Harden is hopeful legislators will come to an agreement sometime this summer, because when he looks out at his fields, he sees opportunity.
You know, about 1 in 5 pigs grown in the United States ends up being exported. So we see that could only grow if the Trans-Pacific Partnership comes to fruition.
Indiana's other senator, Republican Dan Coats, supports the trade deal and voted in favor of fast-tracking it this week. In a statement, Coats said, In Indiana, more trade means more jobs. Increasing international trade will bolster our economy, create new opportunities for American businesses, and enhance our national security. And while China is not part of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, economists say this is a strategic move in that direction on the U.S.'s part. Governor Mike Pence was in China this week on a trade mission, hoping to bolster relations with the country. He says China is working toward addressing some of its economic abuses. He spoke to leaders there about the possibility of a treaty with the U.S. that would demonstrate China's commitment to addressing those issues. The governor expects China to embrace more free market principles in the future, which could create more trade opportunities for Indiana. The trip is Pence's 6th overseas trade mission as governor and his 2nd to Asia. China is Indiana's 5th largest trading partner with $1.4 billion in exports.